Vale, bien. Pues vamos a reunirnos con Von Gratz y vamos a vengar a nuestra amiga Priscila. ¿Cómo se sale por aquí? ¿Este qué hace con la máscara, tío? Médico.
Oh. Greetings, master.
Menudo zumbao.
Stitch red to red, yellow to yellow, and white to white.
Ah, vale, esto era el hospital, es verdad. Vale. Vámonos, a ver quién ha sido. Esta gente ya no me ataca, tío, los hombres del bastardo, no sé por qué. Mira, son iguales, son gemelos. Hacen exactamente lo mismo. Simbiosis total. No, ya no. Vale, vámonos. A ver quién le ha pegado la paliza a Priscila, joder. Está flotando el niño. ¿Qué pasa, chaval? Oh, magia potagia. Borracha, macho. Yo creo que está... Madre mía, cómo está la tía. Venga, vámonos. Cerrado. Vale, ¿dónde cojones está este hombre? ¿Aquí dentro? No. Ah, míralo, está aquí, joder. Oye, al final nunca entré aquí, tío. Ah, vale, tendremos que entrar ahora, ok.
Well then, ready for a stroll through the sewers?
Vamos.
Ready and intrigued. You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Hola. Hostia, nivel 16, coño, no lo había visto, joder. Son chungos ya, ya no se mueven tan fácilmente. ¿Dónde está, tío? No lo veo. Bueno, ¿y el otro qué pasa? ¿Que no me ayuda o qué, tío?
But of course. Yes? What is it?
¿Bruja del agua aquí? ¿En serio? Nivel 17. Joder, si tiene el mismo nivel que yo, tío. ¡Geralt! ¡Ya voy! Wow, 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 wow. Joder. Tío, no me puedo tomar la golondrina, ¿por qué, No puedo utilizar ahora, tío. Hijo de puta. ¡Hombre, ya, cojones! Wow, va a ser chungo esto, si tiene el mismo nivel que yo. ¿Este que tiene una puta ballesta? ¿En serio? A ver, venir aquí que me pueda mover yo, tío.
Blast it. I kill one, another takes its place.
I know how you feel, believe me.
But of course. Yes? What is
No veo nada, tío, en serio.
Where to now? Up?
Yes, it's not far now.
Priscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal, but it's...
No veo nada, tío, en la oscuridad.
Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobritz. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count. Take the ladder. This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
¿No es esto el depósito de cadáveres? ¿Para qué coño se ha ido el otro por otro lado?
Calluses on the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes, and some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
But why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt... Wait. Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty. Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue. In stronger proportions, it's more destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Look at the scar. Wound's long and thin, an incision, but the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience?
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankle swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Yeah, apologies. We surgeons, we've a different sensibility.
Mm-hmm. And a different sense of humor.
Genitales.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
We'll see. Pull down his trousers and... shit.
Syphilis, actually. Early stages. No sign of diffusion.
Think there could be a connection?
Only as the killer's potential motivation.
All right. Think I know enough.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Ha sido un castigo, no hay motivo, el asesino está loco. Prefiero no compartir mis conclusiones. Sí, sí, compártelas, Gerald, porque yo quiero saber lo que es. Pero vaya, como una puta regadera sí que está el asesino, vaya. Pero un castigo... A ver...
Sure of one thing. This was punishment.
Even the witch hunters don't engage in this kind of torture. What sin could possibly merit it?
Only the murderer knows that. And it's the key to finding him. Or her. It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer.
¿Eh?
And I'm
¿Quién es?
Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy, but I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
You old friends?
Hubert taught me the rudiments of medicine. Long ago.
And not very well. You've still not mastered certain basic principles. For example, that a doctor's role is to treat the ill, not save the world.
You've not changed a bit.
A compliment?
No, a statement of fact. 30 years, and you've not changed a bit.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate? Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings, Your Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As Your Reverence wishes. Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Vale, vale, se está poniendo interesante esto,
Why do you cover for us?
I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So, should I learn anything new related to this case, I will let you know.
Thank you.
Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Don't aim to press you.
Thank you. I've nothing to hide. It's just an old wound, unhealed as yet. What will you do now?
Plenty of leads. Woodcarver's workshop, the corpse collector who found him, alley where Priscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Joder, pues sí que hay cosas que hacer aquí, ¿no? En esta misión.
Bloody bum!
¿Pero qué haces, desgraciado? Si es que... Mira, mira, mira qué cobarde, colega. Alcohol esto, qué bien. Ya no me dejará entrar, ¿no? Supongo. Ah, sí. ¿Me deja entrar otra vez? Vale, aquí ya no hay nada que ver. Vamos a entrar otra vez, a ver si nos dice algo diferente. Hola, he vuelto.
Fortunately, Nathaniel had few questions. Any more might have meant trouble. Serious trouble.
¿Y esto? Guión. Ah, no lo leí, tío. Qué putada. ¿Qué es todo esto, tío? Hay un montón de cosas aquí, ¿por qué? ¿Esta es otra habitación o la misma? Vale, vámonos. A ver. Callejón donde fue atacada Priscila, el lugar donde murió el carpintero, o encuentra a Eustace. Vamos primero... ¿Dónde vamos primero? Venga, aquí está más cerca, ¿no? Ah, que ya he llegado. Ah, es aquí, tío. ¿Qué ha pasado aquí?
Means bandits dropped them, plain as that.
Get off.
No se ve nada aquí.
You must make more as a mama than you do wishing, eh?
Pero aquí tiene que haber algo. Ah, mira, está aquí el Eustace ese. ¿Quién era Eustace? Samina habla con Eustace. A ver quién coño es este.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit
Qué
her in the
exageración, tío. ¿Cómo puede ser tan bestia, por favor?
On account of
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you a tax collector? Peace off, mutant.
¡Cabrón! No te voy a... Hostia, persuasión no tengo, tío. Me cago en la hostia. Y tampoco te voy a pagar.
I'd advise you not to anger me, or you'll get an inside tour of the crematory.
Touch me, the guys will be hiding your ass for your count of free.
To save a little shit like you? Doubt it.
These clever lads, more cleverer than you. They know Eustace, know they want me on their side, 'cause you'll all die one day, and then I'll decide where your body winds up. A grave, the crematorium, or elsewhere.
¿Cómo que volveré? Es que no te quiero pagar, cabrón.
We'll meet again.
Aye, when I load you into me wheelbarrow.
Hijo puta, colega. ¡Qué cabrón! Volveré, volveré. Vamos por otra, va. ¡Qué cabrón, tío! A ver, aquí se separan dos, tío. ¿Hacia dónde voy? ¿Hacia dónde voy? Mira, hacia aquella que está cerquita, ¿no?
So, how you go with this healer? I was faffing about minding my own business when suddenly up he pops and heals me. Had a profitable case of leprosy one minute, next thing I know I'm bankrupt. With none of it's worth.
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll set me hounds on ye. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit, you stupid mutts, lie down. Come on then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleating orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Okay.
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones. Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
¿Sermón de un ciudadano preocupado? Recordad, buenas gentes, que el fuego puede ser a la vez una bendición y una maldición. El fuego puede calentar con su llama, el fuego puede cocinar nuestros alimentos, el fuego puede apartar los horrores de la oscuridad, pero el fuego también puede quemar, consumir e incinerar. Es por ello que debemos vivir en armonía con el fuego eterno y sus dictados. Quien no preste atención a sus enseñanzas, quien viva de espaldas a ellas, quien se burle de él, perderá la vida entre sus llamas. Tomad en serio mis consejos, buenas gentes, os recogeréis los frutos de vuestros actos. Un ciudadano preocupado. Vale, ¿y esto qué tiene que ver con la misión? Nada, ¿no? ¿Qué le pasa al perro, tío? Oh, cerrado. ¿Se puede abrir? ¿Qué ha pasado?
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
More bloodstains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Eyes, humanoid, completely rotten.
¿Ojos? ¿En serio?
Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Nothing here.
Dudo que fuera de Fabián. Vale, pues vamos al callejón entonces. Solo falta el callejón y hablar con el tonto ese.
Is this
My husband is
necessary?
supervisor.
Oh, you make a fine say
I'm
now.
just studying.
Cram it,
Fine
arsewite.
wood sniffer if you weren't so tall.
Do you
Es en esta
know
puerta,
who
¿no?
I am? I'm Jean-Baptiste III. Yeah.
Pero aquí no hay nada, tío. O es abajo. No sé dónde estoy ahora mismo. Por aquí ya vine persiguiendo a un tío, creo. Me suena. No me acuerdo quién era en una misión. Persiguiendo a alguien. Pero aquí no es, tío. Vámonos, aquí no tiene, esto no tiene nada que ver. No. Era por aquí, ¿no? Vale, en principio es... Pero es que no sé cómo llegar al callejón.
A mind's like war.
Está aquí detrás el callejón, pero no sé cómo llegar.
My husband is supervisor by
On the
trade.
road all day and now... Cram it, arsewite.
Hey, handsome.
Wendy Silbidos. Ah, aquí.
A brazier. This time of year?
Sis, that him?
How am I to know? Watch him, see what he does.
¿Qué le pasa a eso? ¿Por qué vienen a por mí?
Fucking come on!
¿En serio? ¿Nivel
That's it,
16?
you're in for it!
Pues esta pelea no la pierdo, por cojones. No me da la gana, Joder, tío, es que contra 3, ¿en serio?
Son of a whore! Try me, prick.
Now left! Left!
Together now! Kill the horse then!
You're carrion!
Oh, que me encierro, tío, que me estoy encerrando. Ven aquí.
Son of a whore.
Esta vez no pierdo, ¿eh? Ya he perdido 2 antes. Oh, me dio. Oh. Joder, tío. Ah, vale, puedo utilizar aquí golondrina, menos mal, tío. Cabrón, 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 cabrón. ¿Pero esto pertenece a la misión o es que están gilipollas? ¡Oh! Si puedo sacar la espada. ¿Ahora qué? ¿Ahora qué? ¿Ahora qué? ¿Listillos? ¿Ya está? ¿Ya no peleáis? Tampoco me los voy a cargar, ¿no?
You got me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant. Hoes can fight back.
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give her pouring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see? Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Vale, no me has contado nada interesante, la verdad.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
Hostia, menos mal que no me he cargado a estos dos, tío, que eran los hermanos. Era buena gente, tío. Menos mal. A ver, ¿por dónde iba yo?
Man's footprint. The murderer's, maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back. Human. Priscilla's.
What do you want?
A ver, puedo... A ver si me deja... Ah, no puedo. ¿Otra vez? A ver... diferente a la otra.
Got a problem?
A ver, quiero leer eso, tío. Pero no me deja, joder.
A brazier. This time of year?
No.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Vale, pues tenemos que otra vez hablar con Eustace, tío.
You scared?
Al final le voy a tener que pagar, ¿sabes? Al cabrón.
So, how you
I
going with
ought
this
to
thing?
never let your kind in, no
Fed a bit out, mind my own business.
Puke or not to puke, that is the...
Buah, me acabo de perder, por aquí no. A ver si me habla ahora.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
¿Pero dónde está Eustace, tío? A ver qué me cuenta ahora.
What, you hard of thinking? Won't tell you nothing, freak.
¡Hijo puta, colega, cabrón! ¡Qué ganas tengo de pegarte un puñetazo, tío!
We'll meet again.
Aye, when I load you into me wheelbarrow.
Ay, vale, vamos a hablar con el forense.
Got my eye on you, white one. No loitering round Welcome, here. Master Witcher.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
By the way, you and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Choosing the lesser evil can be hard at times. Happen to know a thing or two about that.
In that respect, this work has its benefits. I couldn't possibly hurt anyone here if I tried.
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
Could be a message from the murderer. Patricia Vegelbud.
I can't be certain what this means, but I fear Patricia could be in danger. Mortal danger.
Gotta find her, now.
Joder. No veas con la misión. Cómo se complica, tío. Carrera, el derbi de la memoria de Gran Erasmus. Begelbull. Ah, tengo que ir otra vez donde las carreras.
Till next time, Master.
Ah!
Cabrón, este no me dice nada, tío. ¿Y saco la espada? Cabrón.
Well, well, another freak.
¡Oye, bandidos! ¿Por qué? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Quién me quiere atacar? Ah, no, son las gallinas. ¿Por qué?
Looking wobbly. It's like...
Is this necessary? On the road all day, and now... Cram it off. No lollygagging.
Residencia Begelbull. Vale. Es que no le quiero pagar al Eustace ese, tío. 200 no sé qué, es poco, pero no me da sale de los cojones pagarle. A ver, voy a poner la otra, que si no, no me sale, tío. Vamos a ver. No me dejan entrar, ya verás. ¿O sí? No puedo entrar.
What do you want?
Need to talk to Patricia Vegelbud.
You think any bum off the street can...
Her life's in danger. Let me in or have her blood on your hands.
If you thought this up, and I'll let you in, I'll throw my ass out the door.
Always thought a guard was supposed to protect his charge, not his ass.
So be it. I'll take you to Lady Vegelbud. Just no trickery. Understand?
Oh, Geralt, what a pleasant surprise.
Not pleasant at all. I gotta see your mother. Her life's in danger.
In danger? Come now, I saw Mother this morning. She seemed sad, true, but in perfect health.
No time to explain. Trust me, please.
I find this all very hard to believe, but you appear to be quite serious. Please, follow me.
Venga, vámonos.
A fire fit for Bellatane, except it's the wrong time of year.
I mentioned Mother seemed sad. Do you remember? In fact, she's in the midst
Venga,
of a
va,
crisis
tío.
of
¿En
grief.
serio tengo que
A
seguirte?
rather serious one.
¿No puedo ir yo por mi propio pie?
Mother had seen the pyres in Hierarch Square, uttered not a word on our way home. She had all the holy books, insignias, reliquaries gathered, taken outside and burnt. Then she locked herself in her room.
We need to hurry.
Aquí no he entrado yo nunca, creo, ¿no? La que está muerta ya.
Calm and quiet. All seems to be in order.
Aquí ya se la han cargado.
Go in, just to be sure.
You're relentless, aren't you? Fine. But wait here, please. Mother's certainly not in the mood for guests.
Ah, está muerta, tío.
He ran out the other door.
¡Oh! ¡Qué cojones! Persigue al asesino. Me cago en la puta. ¿Dónde está el asesino? ¿Es ese? ¡Oh! ¿Los perros me matan, cabrones?
Spread out! Murderer's still here!
Lo he perdido, lo he perdido. ¡Ah, lo he perdido! No me puedo creer.
There he is! Get him!
Los guardias, pero ¿qué pasa aquí? ¡Dejarme! ¡Dejarme! Si yo quiero perseguir al asesino, cabrones. No puedo salir. ¡Joder! ¿En serio? No entiendo nada. No puedo salir. Y los asesinos... Pero, tío. ¿Pero por qué me matan a mí? No entiendo nada. Ah, ¿no puedo saltar? ¿En serio? No entiendo nada, no entiendo nada. Joder, gilipollas, tío.
Die, mutants!
Hostia, como me dé el de la lanza estoy muerto, tío. Madre mía, pero ¿por qué tengo que pelear con esta gente? No lo entiendo. Me van a matar, tío. Son 3, joder. ¿Qué ha pasado?
Halt! For I put a bolt between your eyes.
No entiendo nada.
Got the wrong guy.
Save your trickery, taking you to the heiress.
Well, killer's already escaped. Lead the way, hero.
No sé muy bien si he fallado la misión o qué tenía que hacer.
Ingrid. Wasn't easy, but
Lower that crossbow before you hurt yourself. This man is innocent.
forgive me. I saw him running. Thought it was the killer fleeing.
I was chasing him, and I'd have caught him if you hadn't gotten in my way.
Out of my sight, at once! Mother! Why did he do this to her? Why?
No tengo ni idea.
I don't know. Too early to draw any conclusions. Ingrid, I know this is a hard time for you, but usually the killer leaves a note on the body. A note indicating his next victim. May I?
Very well. But you should be on your own. I do not wish to see her in this state. I do not wish to remember her like that. And let her be the last victim. Please.
bruises, broken fingernails. She defended herself. Must be why it took him longer, and why he almost got caught. Here it is. Sweet Nettie, crippled Kate's. Growing bolder, not just the name but the place too. Won't get away this time.
Flipo y flipo, tío. Esto es una misión secundaria y es 1000 veces mejor que cualquiera principal de cualquier otro juego, tío. Es alucinante, de verdad. Alucinante. ¿Pero esto que lo escribe el asesino, tío?
Same wounds as the previous victims. Examination would be a waste of time.
De verdad, increíble, tío. Perlas del Norte. Es que no sé si lo tengo ya o no lo tengo. Es increíble, de verdad. Vaya juegazo, por favor. Lo siento, Ingrid. ¿Cerrado? ¿Dónde salgo? ¿Por qué hay fuego aquí? ¿Qué ha pasado? A ver, no sé si al final hablar con el ustace ese de los cojones. Algo importante me tendrá que decir, supongo. ¿Dónde están los guardias? ¡Atontaos! Que sois atontaos. ¡Oh! Nivel 30, vale, vámonos. Perdona. ¡Oh! Mierda. Vámonos. ¡Ah! No puedo salir. Perdonadme, no era mi intención. Salta, Geralt, salta, que nos matan. No puedes saltar. Estoy muerto. Como me dé el nivel 30, estoy nivel 31. Madre de Dios. Vale. ¡Ah, mierda! No me habrán quitado la pasta, ¿no? Has perdido dinero. Y una mierda. ¿Cuánto dinero he perdido? ¡Ah! ¡Me han quitado todo! Y una cojones. Cargar partida. Y una mierda. Punto de control. A ver, aquí. Vale, no me tengo que meter con ellos, tío. Joder.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Nivel 30 y 31 eran los guardias, macho. Madre mía, 1 hora llevo ya y sigo con esta misión. Por Dios. Por favor. Parece hasta principal la misión esta, tío. Qué pasada. Ay, pues nada, sigamos. No sé si pagar de 200 monedas al tonto ese, macho, del Ustace, a ver qué me cuenta. A lo mejor me ahorro todo esto, pero es que no lo sé. Vale, esto ya está revisado entonces, ¿no? A ver, me he quedado aquí, vale, saquear. Leemos, vale, ok, leído. Este libro lo pillé. Vale, y nada, seguimos. Encuentra a Dulcinetti en el local. En el local. Atontado. Ah, mira, ahora está solo, ¿eh? Te doy así. Te doy así, desgraciado. A ver, ¿dónde vamos ahora? Habla con Eustace. No, no, no quiero hablar con Eustace. Quiero ir aquí. Ah, joder, no sé qué misión tengo puesta. Habla con Eustace, que no quiero hablar con Eustace, coño. Ahora. Vamos a parar, vamos a parar. Vamos a parar. Aquí me voy a liar. Aquí. A ver si acabamos ya esto, macho. Yo creo que acabando esto ya me voy a las Islas Skellige.
Happiness
Wild
will
hunts
come
take you
today.
all.
¿Eh? ¿Qué es esto, tío? ¿Y este por qué está aquí tirado? No lo sé. A ver si va a ser el asesino el Eustace, cabrón. Puede ser, ¿eh?
Clear as the eternal fire.
Trouble?
I serve the eternal fire. The eternal fire will light our way.
Oye, tengo mi dinero otra vez, ¿no? Ah, sí. 13.000 que me había quitado. Una polla. A ver, tío, ¿dónde tengo que ir?
People, help me! Looking for a rise.
Y aquí hay una misión, ¿por qué? A ver. Un momento, por favor. ¿Qué te pasa, Walter? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué hace? ¿Qué ha pasado? ¡Ah! Pero bueno. Pero bueno, ¿qué está pasando aquí? ¿Quieres morir, cabrón? No me ha dado tiempo a salvarlo, tío. ¿Una llave para qué?
Tough times.
No sé qué ha pasado. A ver, voy a echar para atrás, tío. Que yo creo que tendría que haberlo salvado, ¿no? Yo creo que sí. A ver, un momento. Voy a echar un trago de agua. Vale, a ver, voy a echar para atrás, tío. Yo creo que... esta tiene que ser, porque esta creo que ya ha muerto. Sí, está, lo veo allí tumbado en el suelo. Vale, pues esta. Joder, a lo mejor tengo que salvar. ¡Guau! Pero ahora no sé por dónde... qué camino cogí yo antes. Oh, no me acuerdo del camino, tío.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
Vale, tío, joder. Pedazo de misión, cojones. Vale, voy a intentar seguir... Hostia, no tengo golondrina, no tengo nada, tío. Voy a tener que meditar. Sí, voy a meditar, tío, una horita por lo menos. Vale, esto lo pillé. Vale, y ahora lo que no me acuerdo es por dónde cogí. Para la misión esa. Guau, ¿cogí por allí o por aquí, tío? Por aquí, creo, ¿no? Y ahora por aquí puede ser. Sí, 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 sí. Venga, te salvo ahora, tío. ¡Oh! Ah, vale, vale, ayúdame. No mueras, ¿eh? Vale, Walter, ¿qué te pasa?
Take this, burn it, hide it, whichever. Just don't get caught.
¿Qué me ha dado? No entiendo nada, tío. Orden de búsqueda y captura. Se busca a 3 bandidos en posesión de contrabando mágico. Los objetos son peligrosos, están prohibidos y deben ser destruidos de inmediato. Luis, conocido como el Zorro, se esconde en la isla del templo cerca del puente. Fritz, que se oculta cerca de la casa torcida. Walter, visto por última vez en la ronda del paraíso cerca del arboleda. Los bandidos deben ser detenidos. Si ofrecen resistencia, se les puede matar en el acto. ¿Qué es una misión? ¿Ah, sí? Pero vamos a ver. Este tío tenía una llave. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Para qué era esa llave, tío? No entiendo nada. Pero bueno, al menos lo he salvado. Es increíble. Salvo al tío. Me da no sé qué cojones me ha dado, tío. Hostia, 120 ya, tío. Solo. Digo solo, me quedan solo 10. ¿Esto es lo que me ha dado? No sé lo que me ha dado, tío. Me ha dado algo, pero no sé el qué. Ha dicho toma, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. ¿Cómo que cerrado? Es aquí detrás, tío. Vale.
Sweet Nettie, where is she?
Upstairs. But she's with a very important client. Do not disturb them.
Venga, coño, que la va a matar. ¿Dónde está Kaylee? ¿Dónde está?
We can go at it here, or at my place. You choose.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the Pontar.
Greetings.
Oh, here it is. The apocalypse. A witch has walked into my brothel.
What's strange about that?
What's strange is you. Everyone knows witches are freaks, mutants, unnatural. And this here's a decent brothel for whores with principles. Well, spit it out.
Sí.
Got all the same bits in your trousers like a normal lad.
Last I checked, everything was where it should be.
Oh, querría pasar el rato con una de tus chicas. Me gustaría... A ver, espérate, cuidado.
Got anything to sell?
A ver si te puedo vender cosas. Ah, no puedo venderle armas. Mierda. ¿Qué te vendo yo a ti, hija mía? ¿Las sillas de montar? ¿Y qué pesa la silla de montar? 7 kilos. ¡Hostias! Pues voy a tener que venderla. 35 de vigor y 50. Voy a vender estas dos. Vale, hecho. No te compro nada, ¿no? Porque tú qué tienes. ¿Esto qué es? Perfume. Caramelo. Nada. Querría pasar el rato, vamos a ver.
Like to spend some time alone with one of your women.
Of course. But you'll take the one I give you. Be choosy, look over the lot, and I'll charge you more.
Para encontrar una chica, habla con ella. Esta no, que está para ir con las piernas hechas polvo.
Ah! You'd normally pay for that.
Solo hay dos.
It's a material pay for that.
Ah, hay tres. Esa se parece a Jennifer.
I'd buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
Esta va. Ah, no, ahí hay otra. Espérate, a ver. Sushi.
What's the hurry, my prince?
Venga, va, Sushi.
Well, who do we have here? I'm cursed. Is that why you've come? Gonna lift it with a kiss.
You available?
Vale, esto no debería hacerlo porque estoy en medio de una misión, pero, oye, un descansito. ¡Qué cabrón! Vale. ¿Otra?
Hey, Han.
Here to plough.
Sí, venga, va.
That's a bit direct, but yeah, think we can have some fun.
All right. Come on.
Espero que no se entere ni Tris ni Jennifer. Es lo mismo, ¿no? La misma acción. La misma cinemática, pero con otra, ¿o qué? Sí. Ah, no, ha cambiado, ha cambiado. Pedazo tetas, ¿no, colega? Esta está operada, colega, madre de Dios. Vale, va, ya está. Ay, mira, salen corazones. ¿Por qué,
You copper, look, you got a pack.
Salen tres corazones, ¿no? ¿Pues qué significa eso?
Whoa! Do you see what I do?
¿Con este también podría? ¿Con el chapero? A ver, ¿dónde está la habitación de esta mujer?
Fucking amazing. On top of me.
Ahora ya para hacer esto, a ver si la ha matado por mi culpa. Oh, míralo, está aquí.
No one will hear you, bitch. Not a soul.
You, though? Whole town will hear you in a minute.
Yet again you disturb me, and I so dislike being disturbed. I was to play with sweet Nettie, render her not so sweet, but I shall see to you first.
Try it, you bastard.
Oh, debería preguntarle por qué, tío.
Damn, you're ugly.
Pero aquí no se pregunta nada. Aquí se mata que te has cargado casi a Priscila, cabrón. Te vas a enterar. Hostia, me gustaría echar para atrás otra vez, tío. Quiero saber por qué. Voy a echar para atrás, tío. Le tenía que haber preguntado el por qué. ¿Por qué hace esto? Creo que esta, ¿no? ¿Puede ser? Sí. Tenía que haberle preguntado el por qué, tío.
But finding me proved no simple task. For having fallen afoul of Novigrad's underworld bosses, I'd disappeared. Yet Geralt soon discovered my whereabouts, a cell in the dungeon of the Temple Guard. With the help of our friends, Geralt managed to free me. Good thing, too, for indeed I knew what had happened to Ciri. Sadly, she was no longer in Novigrad. Pursued by bandits, then cornered by the Temple Guard, she had disappeared in a flash of light and a gust of heat. Where to? This I did not know.
A ver dónde me deja. Venga, va, carga, cojones.
Jolly.
Ahora solo salen 2 corazones. Bueno, va, da igual. Vamos.
Hey, darling.
Escucha un grito.
No one will hear you, Bit.
You, though? Whole town will hear you.
Yet again you disturbed me. And I so I was to play with sweet...
Antes de nada, debo saber por qué. Vale, esta.
First, gotta tell me why you do it.
For pleasure. Satisfaction.
Achievable with whores in a lot of ways. Many traditional. Doesn't take killing them, trust me.
Who said anything about killing? I could stop at a few burns. 3rd degree, but still. This rosy skin will roast quite well.
Spare me your lies. I've seen your victims. I know how they end. You don't stop. Not unless someone gets in your way. Like I'm doing now.
What the fuck are you on about?
Murder. You killed Fabian Meyer, Patricia Vegelbud, and many others.
Bollocks. You're mistaken, vagrant.
¿Cómo que me equivoco? No entiendo nada. Entonces este no las mata.
Found a message on Patricia's body. Led me here to crippled Kate's. To sweet Nettie. If you didn't leave it, who did?
I don't know. But I see we must talk. Calmly.
Who knew you'd be here?
Strangely enough, I don't announce these outings far and wide. There's but one man who... That's impossible. He treats even corpses with kid gloves.
The coroner. Said you were busy, that you wouldn't visit the morgue. Gotta go after him.
Go. To Warehouse 12 at the docks. He's there this time of day, procuring supplies. Formaldehyde. I shall stay here. I've unfinished business with sweet Nettie. After all, I paid in advance.
No voy a dejar que lo hagas. No puedo permitirlo, tío. Te voy a matar, cabrón.
Then you'll pay again. For her, for all the other women you've tortured.
Y tanto que vas a... Y tanto, colega. ¿Pero qué cojones te has creído tú? ¡Toma por culo! Hostia, cómo cambia la misión de una respuesta a otra, tío. Increíble.
You're free now.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If not for you. He asked if I did everything, and I said, for the right price, of course. And then he smiled. Oh, God, it gave me the shivers. And then he hit me so hard I passed out. I was bound when I came to. And he was hitting the poker in the fire.
Calm down. He won't hurt you anymore. He won't hurt anyone.
Pobrecilla. ¿A que el cabrón del asesino ese le ustace de los huevos? Un atizador tiene. ¿A que ese le ustace de los cojones el asesino? Ya verás. ¿Por dónde se sale, tío? A ver, quiero salir de aquí, por favor.
You look fucking amazing. On top of me. Wanna dip your dingle?
So she went to the herbalist for her mix, and while she was there, witch hunters burst in. Boys from
¿Cómo que
the
cerrado?
north say she'll be put to the fire with that granny. There's just no hope for her.
So is that a witch murdering folk?
We can go it.
Ve al almacén que está cerca del puerto. Es el Eustace, ya verás, el asesino. Hijo puta, me lo voy a cargar, tío.
Will you go to the bathroom?
Hostia, 200 pasos, está lejos, ¿eh? Joder, cómo cambia, tío, de una pregunta a otra, ¿eh? Al final me lo he cargado porque me lo tenía que cargar, eso no se hace. Hablar con adicto al fishtech. Ah, tengo una misión con con el Atori, tío. Es verdad.
Oh. Oi, cocker!
Hostias.
Out of formaldehyde.
I underestimated you. You almost caught me in flagrante delicto. Now you've seen through my bluff with Nathaniel. Although, you've not divined all, I see. Had you, you would have drawn your silver sword.
What are you?
A vampire. Higher, of course.
¡Oh! Mira quién es. Un vampiro supremo. A este no... ¡Buah! Este muy fuerte, tío. Increíble. ¿Y esto es una secundaria de verdad, tío? Se parece de la historia, no me jodas.
Got a reason for killing? A reason to torture?
I thought you'd figure that out as well. The symbolism's rather obvious. Coals for those who are blind to the fire. The egg of a salamander born of fire to replace their cold, doubting hearts. Fire down the throat that...
Yeah, symbolism's clear. What's not is why a vampire would kill in the name of the eternal fire.
Should be equally obvious. I concur with the Church's diagnosis. Novigrad is a fallen city. Its population amnesiacs to the very concepts of decency and morality. So I decided to remind them, in a manner they'd be certain to notice.
You're a sick fuck.
I never expected you to understand. You're a cynic and an opportunist. I sensed it from the start. Ah well, this conversation has grown unpleasant for both parties. We must move to the next item on the agenda.
Buah, pero
I
qué nivel
last
tiene
fought
este
a
tío.
Witcher 2 centuries ago. I do hope I remember how it's done.
And you? Have you faced one of us? No, you couldn't have. You would not have survived.
Hostia puta, es supremo, tío. Esto es muy fuerte. Espérate, 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 espérate. Que no me esperaba esto para nada. ¿Por qué mierda tengo esta puta espada de acero? ¿2024? ¿Por qué? ¿Quién me ha quitado? ¿Quién me ha quitado mi espada de acero, tío? ¿Yo cuál tenía? Yo tenía esta, creo. Pero está mucho mejor ahora todavía, ¿eh? Vale, 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 vale. Pero... wow, 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 wow. Espérate, tío. Tengo que arreglar esta espada. Está al 72%. ¿Cómo la arreglo? Espérate, que esta va a ser chunga. Este combate. Vale, al 100%. A ver cómo tengo esto. 73%. Madre de mía, tío. Estoy hecho una mierda. Vale, creo que ya está. A ver. Tengo algo, creo que contra... Aceite para vampiros mejorado. Vale, voy a poner esta, tío. ¿Y aquí qué tengo? Creo que tenía algo. El daño causado a los enemigos regenera vitalidad. Hostia, pues no está nada mal, ¿eh? Vale, la sangre del brujo Daña y rechaza a los vampiros y necrófagos cuando estos lo hieren. Vale, esta me interesa. Aumenta la vitalidad máxima. Wow. Voy a poner esta, tío. Lo que pasa es que solo dura 45 segundos. Vale, me la voy a colocar, me la voy a colocar, me la voy a colocar. ¿Dónde me la coloco? Aquí en gato, no sé por qué tengo aquí la del gato. Vale, pues creo que listo. Preparado para luchar, tío. Madre mía, madre mía, madre mía, madre mía. ¡Oh, oh, oh, oh!
Not bad.
Vale, 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 tranquilidad. No sé si con fuego, pero no creo. Vale, vale, mierda, tranquila. Tranquilidad. ¡Ah! ¿Cómo esquiva el cabrón, tío? ¡Joder! No le doy, tío. ¡Hijo de puta, colega! Mutágeno verde, no me jodas, tío. Mutágeno de Catacán, ¿qué coño es eso? Era este, tío, el cabrón. Bueno, me he cargado un vampiro... Oh, no me he acordado de esto ya, tío. Un vampiro supremo, tío. Voy a tener que ir a hablar al final con el Ustace ese, ¿eh?
circus because he can swallow swords. Can you?
A ver, voy a hablar con el Eustace, tío. Me tiene harto ya el hombre este. Habla, ya está puesto. Vale, luego hablo con Jaskier. Y tengo que venir aquí, tío. Tengo una misión aquí del hombre este, tío.
Like a new rice teats, you're a bigger rat picker than me.
Gonna be a butcher when I grow up.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond.
No lollygagging.
A ver, Eustace, te voy a pagar al final, cabrón.
What, you are the thinking? Won't tell you nothing, freak.
Qué cabrón, tío, me tiene que pagar, joder. Toma, hijo puta.
That hard up for coin? Fine, have some. Now talk. What did you find on him?
Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Golpearlo. Y tanto que sí. Toma, hijo de puta.
Oi, fucking hell, what was that for?
For everything.
Muy bien, me ha gustado eso. Dale otra vez. ¿Le puedo dar otra vez? Oh, vale. Al final lo conseguí pegarle, coño. Venga, vamos a hablar con Jaskier. Y con Priscilla. Por cierto, ¿puedo entrar en esta casa cuando me dé la gana? Era la de... Ah, ya puedo entrar, vale, vale. Pues ya vendré a hacer una visita. Vaya juegazo, tío, de verdad. Vaya juegazo. Vaya misión, tío. Y es secundaria, por favor. ¿Aquí dentro están? ¿Dónde cojones estoy yo ahora? Aquí no es, tío.
¡Wow!
Madre mía, que me estoy perdiendo. ¿Qué cojones está el hospital? Ah, vale, aquí, ¿no?
Oh.
¿A dónde? Hola.
How's...
Better, right?
Yes.
Pobrecilla.
Did you take care of what I asked?
Yeah. The Witcher's way.
Thank you, Geralt. From me and Priscilla.
Did my part. Your turn now. Take care of her. Good care.
I will. You'll see. Treat her better than the Dryads of Brokilon could.
She's talking again. Nice surprise.
Isn't it? Professor von Gratz told me her wounds are healing faster than a troll's. Not the most flattering comparison, but encouraging. Maybe she might even sing again someday. For now, we'll try performing as a duo. She'll play the lute, I'll sing. Dandelion and Calinetta. Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Sounds great. Good luck, Dandelion. On stage and off.
Madre mía, qué pedazo de misión, tío.
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more. Get well soon.
Yes, Geralt?
¡Sunny! ¡Sunny! No me jodas que sale aquí, tío. Es la enfermera del The Witcher 1, tío. ¿En serio? Me la cepillé también.
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy. Her name's Shani. Know her? Red hair, cropped short, freckles.
And a hopeless idealist. Naturally, I know her. She was my assistant for a year.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere along the front, patching up pikemen. I told her it would be futile. In the time she saved 100 lives, another 1,000 would be lost. But medics with a mission, you can't argue with them.
Oh, qué bueno, tío.
Found and killed the murderer. It was Hubert. You were right not to trust him. He was a higher vampire.
I thought nothing could surprise me in Novigrad. Seems I was wrong. Deeply wrong. Thank you, Geralt. Were it not for you, this would never have ceased.
Why is the university in Oxenford closed?
Because it suits Radovid. You've not heard the story? The rector wished to grant him an honorary doctorate. The faculty disagreed. Nonetheless, Radovid arrived for the ceremony, donned a gown, collected his diploma, and when it was over, imprisoned the deans and the entire academic senate so they wouldn't raise a stink. I've been at Vilmerius Hospital ever since. But perhaps it's for the best. I'm far more adept, scalpel in hand, than I ever was behind a lectern.
Joder, dime algo más de Sunny, tío. ¿Dónde la puedo encontrar?
Know another surgeon from Oxenford Academy.
And a hopeless idealist.
Any idea where she is now?
My gut tells me she's somewhere
Por
along
el
the front,
frente, tío.
patching up
¿Dónde está el
pikemen.
frente?
I told her it would be...
Hubert told me about your past. Even more vivid than I'd...
I've not time for riddles, Geralt. Be straight or be gone.
Any truth to his claim that people died during the riots at the university? Died for your...
I was young and stupid. I thought a better future was worth any price.
Vale.
Farewell.
Farewell. Very well. Jaskier, ¿tú me dices algo?
Geralt?
Sorry, Geralt. My throat's still quiet.
Say no more. Get well
Say no
soon.
more. Vale, pues hemos acabado, macho. Casi 2 horas de misión. Joder. A ver qué tenemos por aquí ahora ya. Ya creo que es Skellige directamente, ¿no? Oh, nivel 24 era la de Atori, tío. Uf, ya vendré. Puños de furia, lo podría hacer, pero bueno, no me interesa ahora. Ah, mira esta. Encuentra las otras personas mencionadas en la nota y busca las llaves. Vale, no estaría mal hacerla, la verdad. Vale, la carrera la haré yo por mi cuenta. Y esta ya la dejaré para más adelante. Vale, pues en el siguiente vídeo, si no es muy larga, haré esta y ya directamente a Skellige. Espero que no sea muy larga. A ver dónde está, más o menos. Es en Novigrado, así que tiene que estar por aquí. Vale, 1 y 2. Vale, están aquí. Vale, pues las haré rapidito, oye. Sí, las haré rapidito. Pues bueno, nos vemos hasta el siguiente vídeo, gente. Nos vemos.